Hi, I'm Grace. From Virtual Fitness TV. Walking 1,000 or more steps a day is good for many things. This video is designed to have a natural virtual walk in the world's most beautiful locations. You can simply just walk in front of the TV, move the couch if you have to, and simply follow the step counter to reach the 1,000 steps. This video is also a perfect warm-up for a treadmill, or even an indoor bicycle. Welcome to Madrid, the capital of Spain. Here you can see the Faro de Montjuic. It is a 92-meter-high transmission tower. It was built in 1992 by architect Salvador Pérez Arroyo. Enjoy the wonderful charm of this great city. Madrid is the seat of the government of Spain, and also the residence of the Spanish monarch. Here you can see the Plaza Mayor of Madrid. It is a major place in the center of the city. Its history reaches back to 1580 to 1619, where the Plaza Mayor was built. Enjoy a look at the Royal Palace of Madrid. It is the residence of the Spanish royal family. Nowadays it is used only for state ceremonies. As the royal family resides in a different palace, some rooms of the Royal Palace of Madrid is open to the public. This is the north side of the Royal Palace from the Sabatini Gardens. Here you can see the Bridge of Toledo. It is a Baroque-style bridge which was built in the 18th century. It spans the Manzanares River. Marvel at the Arganzuela footbridge, a famous pedestrian bridge with a wonderful design. At night, the bridge is wonderfully lit. Take your time and soak in all these beautiful impressions. Madrid has so many wonderful bridges, and each is unique in its own way. Many people come to the city to visit all the beautiful sights of the city. The city is famous for its elegant boulevards, big parks, and it is also known for its many museums. This is the monument to Alfonso XII. The monument is located in Buen Retiro Park and it forms the edge of an artificial lake. The monument is 30 meters high and 86 meters long. The equestrian statue is made of bronze. Also discover the beautiful city at night and enjoy the nightlife. Marvel at the Royal Palace at night with its wonderful lights. The palace was built between 860 and 880. Since this time, the palace underwent several renovations. On the time when the Plaza Mayor was built, it was the most popular marketplace in the city. At the center of the square you can find a statue of King Philip III. Let us move to our next stop. Here we are in one of the most popular cities in Europe. Welcome to Barcelona. Barcelona is located in the southwest of Spain. It is part of Catalonia. The city is famous for its blue skies and its unique Mediterranean vibe. Did you know that the total beach line of Barcelona is 4.5 kilometers long? Enjoy your run with marvelous views on the coastline. Marvel at the famous P. It is a giant goldfish which became one of the symbols of the post-Olympic Barcelona. The sculpture has beautiful reflections and it looks like it is about to jump into the water in front of it. Take a minute and be impressed by this wonderful city. In front of you, you can see a part of the Port Vell aerial tramway. It is also known as Teleferic del Port or Eri del Port. It connects the Montjuic Hill and the Old Harbour. From the aerial tramway, you can marvel at the great skyline of the city with marvelous views on the sea. The Venetian Towers are a pair of towers on Avinguda de la Reina Maria Cristina in Barcelona. There is one tower on either side of the street. Now you can see the famous Basilica de la Sagrada Familia, also known as the Sagrada Familia. It is a Roman Catholic basilica in the Eixample district of Barcelona. In a few moments you can admire this magnificent cathedral from high above. The basilica is part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it is designed by the Catalan architect Antoni Gaudí. He began work of the church in 1883, but was not appointed architect director until 1884. Here Here we are in front of the Palau Nacional, which is home to the Museu Nacional d'Art de Catalunya. In English it is called the National Art Museum of Catalonia, also known as MNAC. It is the National Museum of Catalan Visual Art and is located on Montjuic Hill. The fountains on the staircases are wonderful to look at. Here you can see the Montjuic Communications Tower, also known as Torre Calatrava or Torre Telefonica. It is a telecommunication tower in Montjuic. It was built for the Olympic Games of 1992 in order to guarantee television coverage. The tower itself should represent an athlete who holds the Olympic flame. It is 136 meters high. Here we are at the Olympic Ring of Montjuic, the Anella Olympica. It was the center of the Olympic Summer Games 1992 in Barcelona. Marvel at the fantastic construction and enjoy a wonderful view above the city. Now we are going to see the third largest city of Spain. Welcome to Valencia, which is also the capital of the autonomous community Valencia. Did you know that the original name of the city was Valencia, which means strength or valor in Latin? The port of the city is one of the busiest container ports in Europe. Here you can see the Town Hall Square. Look at the wonderful architecture here. The futuristic buildings which you can see here belong to the City of Arts and Sciences, which is called Ciutat de les Arts i les Sciences in Valencian. It is a cultural complex in the city and definitely the most important tourist destination, if you want to see the modern side of Valencia. The complex houses the L'Hemispheric, which is a cinema, a planetarium and laserium. Another part of the complex is the Museu de les Sciences Príncipe Felipe, which is an interactive museum. Its shape reminds of the skeleton of a whale. Look at the breathtaking architecture of the complex. In the back, you can see the port of the city. The City of Arts and Sciences is considered to be one of the 12 treasures of Spain. One of the other treasures of the country, we already have seen before, that was the Sagrada Familia in Barcelona. The construction of the complex first began in 1996. The last building that has been finished was opened in 2009. Enjoy our last few moments in Valencia before we move on to our next city on our tour through Spain. The sunny weather and the view on the clear blue water leaves us in awe. A last look over the city. The next stop on our tour is Cordoba. Now, we moved on to the south of Spain. The wonderful city of Cordoba is located in Andalusia, in Spain. The city of Cordoba is architecturally fascinating and also rich in history. In 1984, the city was also declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. This is the famous Roman Bridge of Cordoba, which was built across the Guadalquivir River. It is a bridge in the historic center of Cordoba. It was the only bridge of the city for 2,000 years, until the construction of the San Rafael Bridge in the mid-20th century. The history of the city is very interesting because of the different religions and styles which existed in the city before. There are many things to see in this wonderful place. Do you know that Cordoba has tuneful surnames such as Constantinople of the Occident or Pearl of Moorish Spain? Here we are at the Plaza De La Carrera. The Plaza De La Carrera is in the middle of the historic center of the city. It was built in the late 17th century and is the only square plaza mayor in Andalusia. The place is surrounded by many important buildings, such as the Mercado de Sánchez Peña, where once a fabric was. Cordoba has the highest summer temperatures in Spain and Europe, with an average high temperature of around 37 degrees Celsius in July and August. There are also days with temperatures over 40 degrees Celsius. The winters are mild, yet cooler than other low-lying cities in southern Spain. This is the Mezquita Catedral de Cordoba. It is also a World Heritage Site. It also has a bell tower, which was formerly a minaret. The minaret was demolished and then became a Renaissance bell tower. Cordoba has a long history. It once was Muslim when the Emirate of Cordoba was created. Nowadays there are more Christian elements, but you definitely see the Muslim history in the buildings. This is the Church Santa Marina. It was built in the 13th century, but it needed to be renovated after a fire in 1880. Other wonderful things which you can see in the city are enchanting Roman ruins. There are many Roman ruins which you can find in the city, as the city also has a Roman history. Enjoy the wonderful view here and keep on moving. Be impressed by the magical dusk and let this beautiful atmosphere be a reward for your workout. Now let's move on to our next stop on our tour. Our next stop is Toledo. Toledo is a city and municipality of Spain and also the capital of the province of Toledo. It is located on the banks of the Tagus. In the back you can see the striking monument Alcazar. The Alcazar of Toledo is a stone fortification. It is a large building which is located on the highest part of the city. The Alcazar was once used as a Roman palace. Did you know that Toledo was the former Spanish capital? There are plenty museums in the city, such as the Museum of Santa Cruz or the Museo de Greco. Toledo is centrally positioned in a plateau on the Iberian Peninsula and it sits about 500 meters above sea level. It has a continental climate, mostly dry and sunny throughout the year. Toledo has a population of 85,000 inhabitants. It is a historical city with a lot of monuments and is about 80 kilometers away from Madrid. Take a few moments to simply enjoy the landscape here. This is Puente de Alcántara, a Roman arch bridge spanning the Tagus River. Another view on the Alcazar. Now our tour takes us to our last stop on our tour through Spain. We are in Sevilla now and can see a view on the Triana Bridge. Enjoy the view on the river Guadalquivir. Did you know that Sevilla is called Seville in English? The Cathedral of St. Mary of the Sea is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and has a long history. You can find many styles, like Baroque, Renaissance, and Neo-Gothic. This is the Plaza de España, in English the Spain Square. It was built in 1928 for the Ibero-American Exposition of 1929. The Plaza de España was designed by Aníbal González. The complex is a huge half-circle and now the building is home to offices for government agencies. Did you know that the plaza was used as a film location for the Star Wars films, and also for Lawrence of Arabia? Enjoy a view from high above. Seville is the capital of Andalusia and the fourth largest city in Spain. In front of you, you can see the Torre del Oro. It is a 36-meter-high tower, and it was built by the Almohads in the 12th century. Thank you so much for touring some of the most beautiful places of Spain with us. Enjoy the last few moments on our tour. What a magical atmosphere! Please subscribe to our channel for the best virtual content.